Hello my friends, Thomas with Alpha Koncepts. Today we're going to talk about the tactical reload. What is it? We're going to talk about a few different techniques. We're going to talk about when you might want to do a tactical reload. So that's everything that we're going to discuss coming up in today's video. Alright, so why might you want to do a tactical reload? It's the proverbial lull in a gunfight, right? The reality is, for most people who have to use their firearm in a self-defense situation, they're very unlikely to ever have to reload. But at the same point in time, there's never a 0% chance. So it's a skill we might want to learn. It doesn't take a lot of repetitions to really get the hang of it. So you might want to top off your firearm after you've had to use it in an act of self-defense. We know that 30 to 40% of violent attacks include multiple attackers. That means if you just shot somebody who tried to attack you and their friends aren't really going to like that, and they might come after you. So you don't know how many shots you've maybe fired. 3, 4, 5, 9, you might not know. Remember, auditory exclusion, all of those things come into play in a high stress situation. So it makes sense that you might want to top off that magazine before you put the firearm back into the holster. That's number one. Number two, what's more realistic, what's more likely is in, let's say, a range qualification where you're on the timer, you just completed a course of fire, you have another course of fire, and you don't want to go dry in the next course of fire and have to waste time with an emergency reload, so you might want to do a tactical reload while on the range. So those are a couple of the times when you might want to do a tactical reload. Now I'm going to show you 3 different ways that you can go ahead and complete a tactical reload. Try each. There's pros and cons to all of them. Find out what works best for you. Okay, so let's talk about that side-by-side reload. So I come out on target, bang, 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 a few shots. I don't know how many I've fired. I'm going to scan, make sure everything is clear, make sure there's no additional threats. I'm looking for threats. I'm looking for witnesses. I'm breaking the tunnel vision. I've decided it's safe to put that firearm back in the holster, but before I do, I want to top that off because I don't know how many shots I fired and I don't know if I'm going to need it again. So let's make sure it's topped off and it's ready to go. I'm still continuing to scan. I'm still making sure everything is clear. I pull out that spare magazine. I'm holding it in my hand. I've got the firearm in a high ready or a low ready position close to my body. I'm looking around. I'm looking around. I switch that magazine. I drop and I insert. So for just about 1 second, not even, I drop and I insert. I have 1 round in the tube. I'm ready to go. For 1 second, I'm clearing. Now, what do I do with this magazine? I don't put it back in my magazine holder because it's not a full magazine, and plus under stress, trying to get it back into the magazine holder might not work, so I'll just dump it in a back pocket or something like that. The firearm's topped off, everything looks clear, and I reholster, okay? So that's the side-by-side. I'm going to show it to you on the side. Okay, so we reset. I'm going to show you on the side view now what that side-by-side tactical reload looks like. So again, bang, bang, bang. Follow the threat to the ground. Firearm comes into a ready position, high ready, low ready, your choice. I'm scanning, looking for threats, looking for witnesses, breaking tunnel vision. Everything looks clear. I'm going to continue to scan, reach for my spare magazine, switch it in between my fingers like a cigar hold, drop that magazine, insert that magazine, stow the original magazine in a back pocket. Everything's looking good and clear. And then I go for my reholster, okay? So that is the side-by-side. That's actually my preferred method. I'm going to show you 2 others. All right, I showed you the side-by-side tactical reload. I want to show you now the L reload. It's a tactical reload. You might find that this one works better for you, so give it a try, see if you like it. Let's take a look at what that is. Again, threat, bang, bang, bang. How many rounds did I fire? I don't know. I'm scanning, scanning, scanning. I go for my magazine, and now here's the difference. I'm going to hold it forward in my hand. I'm going to drop the magazine, and I'm going to rotate. Stow that magazine, continuing the scan. Everything looks clear. Reholster. From the side view, go ahead and reset this. Bang, bang, bang. How many shots did I fire? Not sure. Scanning, scanning, scanning. Firearms in a high ready position. Go for the magazine. And I'm going to swing it out. And then I'm going to rotate. And I'm going to stow that magazine. Everything looks clear. And then I'm going to go ahead and reholster. Those are probably the two preferred. Again, I like the side-by-side a little bit better. You are going to have to figure out what works for you. But the third one I'm going to show you, personally, I don't like. And the reason I don't like it is, in my opinion, your firearm is down for too long. This might work on the range, and this might work if you have small hands or you're not very coordinated. It might be a little bit awkward. Some people might have a hard time working with two magazines in their hand at the same time. So what we're going to do is we're going to show you the retention tactical reload. Bang, bang, bang. High ready, low ready, scan, scan, scan. I don't know how many shots I fired. So now what I need to do is I'm going to take the magazine out, stow it in my back pocket, grab that other magazine, top it off. Now you can see how the gun is empty for a second or two. It takes a little bit longer. If I only have one round, if I see a threat and I don't have the magazine in there, I've only got one shot, whatever's in that chamber. Okay, so from the side, again, it's going to look like this. Again, bang, 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 finger off the trigger, high ready, scan, scan, scan. All right, take that magazine out, continuing to scan, grab my other magazine and insert. All right. So the retention tactical reload might work for you if you're a little bit awkward or maybe not quite coordinated, or maybe you have small hands, you have a hard time working with the two magazines at once. Give it a try. You know, you can find the method that works for you. I, again, like the side-by-side. You can work with a real firearm. You don't have to use an inert training pistol like this. You can sit around at your house, on your couch, watching TV, just building muscle memory. Make sure that there is no ammunition anywhere in the room while you're doing this. Just take the ammunition out of the room. You want to use some snap caps, some dummy rounds. You, in fact, could do it with empty magazines. So just sit there and work on the manipulations, work on the muscle memory, drop the magazine, swap the magazine, drop the magazine, swap the magazine, and build the muscle memory to make it completely instinctive. Again, the reality that you're going to have to reload in a gunfight for the average person with a concealed carry license is very slim, but not zero. So it's a technique that you might want to learn, something that you might want to try to master. You know, it doesn't hurt, it's free. If you found this video helpful in any way whatsoever, give it a like. Subscribe if you have not already subscribed. We've got a ton of videos lined up that we're recording. We've made a dedication in 2023 to grow the YouTube channel. We've already exploded and crushed our goals. And now we're going to give you guys everything you asked for with the videos for firearm training tips. We're going to give you updates on all of the Illinois laws. We're going to dabble a little bit in the federal, you know, keeping you up to date on what you need to know to be a gun owner and tiptoeing through the minefield that it is nowadays. So as always, everybody, be armed, be trained, and be alpha, and I'll see you on the next video.